Hi everyone, my name is Amanda and welcome to All Inspired. On this rainy, dreary day, I'm going to get working on some decluttering and organizing of this closet. When we moved in, we just kind of shoved everything in these closets and we didn't really go through them and organize and just store. You know how it is when you're moving, like everything just you think you're on top of it and you think you're all organized, and then it just gets crazy and everything gets away from you. And so I need to tackle these closets. I mean, they're functioning, the kids can get to the stuff that they need, but it still could be much better, and I just want to get it all nice and clean and organized. Throughout the winter they've been wearing their coat and they would get in here, but now that spring's coming up, they're going to be getting jackets and hoodies and stuff very often. And so I wanted to just get all this straightened up and organized and just declutter anything that didn't fit her anymore, just because I know there might be a piece or two in here that has to be too small or that she just never wears. And so I'm going to go through it and I'm just going to organize it into like different hoodies, sweaters, just different categories, and then anything that needs to be donated, I'm just going to kind of set aside to take to be donated. So I didn't really end up taking anything out of this closet. Most of it looks like it fits her, so I'm not gonna worry about decluttering much in there. And she can go through and decide what she likes and doesn't like. You know how kids are, they're constantly changing their mind. She doesn't really like to wear a ton of pink, but she does have a few sweaters if they're really soft and they have pink on it, then she'll wear it. But she might change her mind and she might not like that pink sweater. I don't know, who knows? So I'll let her go through that and determine whatever she wants to keep. But I do want to pull all this stuff out in this closet. I know a bunch of this does not belong in here. It's in here because it was with the other items. Like there's two of everything in this little white bin. It's because one belongs to each kid. And so I know I need to get it over to the other kids' room. So this is just some of the stuff that I really wanted to take care of. And I noticed that the baseboards were just looking kind of dusty. They need to be painted really bad, but that's a project for another day because we are not taking care of that today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and get this floor nice and vacuumed. And then I'm gonna go through all of the items because there's just so much stuff. I'm gonna make different piles. I wanna have a pile for stuff that goes out of this room, a pile for stuff that goes back in the closet, and then a pile for stuff that we're no longer going to keep. So I'm just going to go through her items and kind of make a few different piles, and at the end I'll end up with a small little pile of stuff for her to go through, and then she can determine if she wants to keep it or not, because I'm not really sure what to do with it, and then she can decide if we want to keep it. I kept plenty of space open to where if there's extra stuff that she wants to put in here, she always can. So I just kind of leave it up to them. I'm going through and I'm like decluttering. I'm doing all the heavy lifting, but really it's up to them. I don't put our kids on YouTube. I will never put the children on YouTube. If you're new here, I come from a blended family, and so I have a daughter, and then my husband also has two daughters, and so I don't feel like it's my place to put them on YouTube. My daughter would be a different story, but she's 18 and she doesn't really want to be on YouTube, and so I wouldn't put her on YouTube unless she actually wanted to be. So if you ever see my daughter, it's because she chose to be on YouTube. But as far as my husband's children, I just don't really feel like that's a decision for me to make. So I don't put them on YouTube ever. So when they go through and they're helping me organize, it'll always be off camera. I just make little piles of stuff that I'm unsure to do with it. There's some stuff in here that like I absolutely know they are keeping. Like those black things, those go to their tablets. And so I know they're keeping those. Like there's no doubt in my mind. But there's some stuff that I'm like questioning, like that pink and black board right there. That's a little thing where you can draw on and then you can erase it and then you can draw on it again. It's for like car rides and stuff like that. And I think the kids have outgrown it. So that's in the pile of stuff to ask them what we should do with. So that's kind of how I do it. It makes it easier for me because, yeah, I do all the heavy lifting and organize it all into the categories, but at the end of the day, the kids still help out. So it does make it nice for me. But I'm just gonna go through and get all this dusted out. I wanna do some really, really heavy spring cleaning. So while I'm doing this organizing, I'm just making sure that I'm going along and cleaning as well. Because soon I'm gonna come into each one of these rooms and I'm gonna get the windows done and the baseboards done and the walls done. And I'm gonna take care of the whole entire room, top to bottom, and do a deep, thorough cleaning. And I do not want to worry about the closets, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the closets right now so that when it's springtime I can focus on the main area and I don't have to worry about the closet areas. Got her closet nice and cleaned out. I want to go ahead and get all of these Valentine's Day stuff down. I'm going to keep a few little things up here for her, but for the most part I'm going to take it all down and get it packed away and get her room all fresh and cleaned up.
But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you, 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 you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you, 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 you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh,
So I still had some time before I had to go pick up the kids, and so I knew I could tackle this, and have been wanting to get this done for such a long time. I knew that I could create kind of like a space that I had in my old house where each of the kids had their own little area. It was really nice because we had 4 drawers and we have 3 kids, and so they each had their own drawer, and then we had a drawer for just odds and ends and stuff like that. And so I don't really have that at this house, but I knew I could make it work. My oldest daughter, she has a little vanity in her room. That's where she likes to get ready. It works out perfect because our middle schooler and high school, they go to the school at the same time, and so they're both trying to get ready at the same time. And so instead of both of them trying to be in the bathroom or fighting over the bathroom, my daughter just gets ready in her room, and so it makes it a lot easier. And she's actually been getting ready in her room for a really long time. It's just she likes to sit down. She asked for a vanity for Christmas, 4 years ago probably. But that's where she sits and she gets ready. And so I just kind of moved all of her things. There wasn't much in the bathroom to begin with because she's really never in here. But anything that was hers, I moved into her bedroom. And then I just kind of went through all these items and figured out what each kid would need. And then what was more like just stuff for everyone, more like communal stuff. So then I just end up going through it all, put it into its own little categories. And then I end up putting it into little bins. And you'll see that coming up soon. Wanted to make this as easy as possible, and I just wanted to make it to where each kid could just slide the bin straight in and out, and the little door hinge was kind of in the way for that. But I was trying to make it easy on them. I was trying to make it to where we had less clutter on the countertops. With 3 girls in here, there ends up being quite a bit of clutter on the countertops, and it just seems overwhelming sometimes. So I put all their hairbrushes, all their good stuff inside the bins, and then I just slid the bins right in here so each of the kids have their own little space. And then I'm going to move on to the bottom drawer. This is where I'm going to put all the communal stuff. I had a few little bins just around the house that I cleaned up so that I could stick down here, but then I didn't have quite enough. So I'm going to run to the store later. I'm going to see, maybe I can pick up a bin, and if I can pick one up, then I'll end up putting it down here. But for now, I'm just going to stack some of the items in here just without the bins, and then I'm going to use the bins that I have. So I ran and picked up the kids, and then I came back home, and I did not have any luck finding these particular bins, but I did have this other one that is more of a rectangular shape, but it worked perfect for the towels. So I went ahead, grabbed that, stuck it in here, and put the towels in here. And I don't have any more bins, so I'm just going to throw the rest of the stuff in here. It still looks neat and organized, but eventually, as the items get used, it'll all tumble over and it'll be a mess again. So eventually, once I spot one of those, I think I got those at the Dollar Tree. I might have got them at Walmart. I don't remember. But I'm going to keep an eye out. And if any of you know where those came from, let me know, because I need to pick a few more up. But I'm just going to sit it in here for now. I still think it looks cute. Everything is organized. The kids know exactly where to go to get anything that they need. And it just actually looks pretty nice too, like visually pleasing. I feel like I went ahead and moved those soaps and made them look a little nicer just because I feel like it looks pretty when you open it up. I don't know. Either way, hopefully that will incentivize the children to keep it a little bit nicer in here and cleaned up. But I'm going to wipe out underneath the sink, I put our towels and toilet paper under here, and I only put a few extra rolls of toilet paper in the towels, and it's okay. We don't really have any leaks with our sink or anything, but if we did, I kind of like the idea of towels being here because in our old house it was so much smaller. We had no space and we had to put the towels underneath the sink, and we did end up having a leak, and luckily nothing was damaged because the towels soaked everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and keep those underneath here for the kids. They seem to love it. They forget to grab a towel out of the linen closet, so we're just going to keep them underneath there. It's convenient and it works for now. So clean that area out, clean this front area off. I just want to make it look nice and clean. I'm going to give you a quick little overview on everything turned out. It's nice and organized, and we'll know where everything is. I think the kids will have an easy time knowing exactly where to put everything back. So I'm really happy with it. If you guys made it to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you.